What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Wladimir Klitschko. Wladimir Klitschko protests inclusion of Russian athletes at the 2024 Olympics. Former heavyweight champion Wladimir Klitschko wants the next Olympics to ban the participation of any Russian athletes, even if they have not publicly endorsed their country's invasion of the Ukraine. Klitschko, who dominated the heavyweight scene through the 2000s, published a video on Monday in which he suggested that the members of the International Olympic Committee would be benefactors of Russia's war effort if they allowed athletes from Russia as well as Belarus, Russia's ally, to partake in the 2024 Paris Summer Games. Last week, the IOC offered a path for Russians and Belarusians to qualify for the Olympics, prompting broad criticism, including from Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. Under this potential protocol, Russians and Belarusians who have not openly supported the war would compete as neutral athletes with no flag or anthem. Klitschko, who picked up the Olympic gold medal in 1996, has been vocal critic of Russia ever since the country waged war on the Ukraine over 1 year ago. Klitschko's brother, the former heavyweight champion Vitaly, is the mayor of Kiev, the capital of Ukraine. He said, "You are the representative of the universal values of tolerance and peace," Klitschko said in a video addressed to the IOC president Thomas Bach. He said, "I tell you, the Russians are Olympic champions in crimes against civilians. They have the gold medal in the deportation of children and how could I say this? Assault of women." Klitschko continued to referring to Russians. "You cannot put your Olympic emblem on these crimes because you will be an accomplice with the abominable war. Do not do this, otherwise you will betray the Olympic spirit. The world is watching you. History will judge you," Klitschko said. "Good luck with your decision." Those are the words of Malik Scott. I can understand, especially someone torn in a zone of war. And I think the Olympic Committee did their best to try to allow athletes, regardless of where they were from, which in this case, Russia, to denounce their country, okay? Because it's not like they are waving the Russian flag around, which is common, and that's what really the Olympics is for. The Olympics is for the best people from each country to partake in a world event, showing their athleticism, their talent, their skills, and so forth, okay? And I think that at the very end of the day, Klitschko is very strict on how he looks at the Olympics. The question would be, if Ukraine did something like that, would he have the same attitude? That's the question. Would he be on the defensive end? Because this is the same guy that, didn't like Bivol fighting in the U.S., or better Biev fighting in the U.S. or any other place. It's a way of boycotting to stop that. But here's the overall picture, okay? You have people that are not politicians, that are athletes, that need to express or need to do what they're set out to do, what they're trained to do. Now, am I saying Wladimir is going too far? In a sense, yes. But then again, you don't know how a person really is in their heart. You don't know if they're just saying that shit just to, do what they still want to do versus, one country invading another, which isn't right. I mean, Vladimir Putin shouldn't have done that, but that's just like the president of the United States of America saying something and doing something upon another country, and then the citizens of that country are suffering because of it. I don't think that's fair at all, because whatever the president decides to do, which a lot of things that he does, this president, that I don't agree with. And so was the last one and the one after that. But that doesn't mean that you should condemn the citizens from doing what they need to do. That's just not right. So in overall human decency, you should, and I think Wladimir should understand that these guys are just athletes, not politicians. And yes, if they win, okay, but you have to look at it this way. What if they do compete and they are discriminated against? That means they might as well not even compete, because it makes that much pressure. And I think, it's unfair to those individuals that spent their time working hard and this, that, and the other. But the other side is, can the people from the Ukraine do the same? Can they compete while a war's still going on? You have stress and you have family members being bombed and all this heinous stuff. War is so nasty. So, you don't really know until you've been there. And I have not. Okay. So I do understand Wladimir Klitschko's frustration, and I understand why he wants to do what he's doing. I just think that it's almost impossible to hold athletes that are not politicians by these standards. I don't think that's the right approach. But then again, what is the right approach? And then for how long? I guess until the war ends, I guess. We haven't heard anything, I haven't anyway, that the war has ended. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Wladimir Klitschko not wanting to have Russians compete in the 2024 Olympics. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.